Good morning, students. We are going to learn the basics that would lay a good foundation for the unit circle. So right now we are in this page, which is just before the unit circle explanation. So let's just do quickly the reference angles. This is the reference angles, right? So reference angles are the ones that are attached to the x-axis, and they are the acute angles. That's what you see. They are the positive acute angle from the terminal side, okay, and the x-axis. So if I say 150 degrees, normally 150 from the counterclockwise direction, the positive direction would be somewhat like this. So this is 150 degrees, but this guy, this is 30 degrees, which is the reference angle. Okay, so that's how you say. So this is the reference angle for this. So if you have 315, then you will go all the way. It's definitely above 270. So it will go all the way here. And 315 is, so you just subtract 360 minus 315, you will get 55. No, sorry, 45. So this angle is the reference angle. So this is 315 degrees. And this is 45 degrees. So that is the reference angle. So that's how you do this, okay? And for a negative angle, you would go in this direction, isn't it? And when you start going in this direction, negative 240 will be definitely greater than 180 degrees. So it will definitely cross this 180 degree line when you go from this side. So it should be 60 degrees above 180, right? So it'll be this way, and this whole thing is negative 240, but this part, just this part, is 60 degrees. So the reference angle is 60 degrees. It's a positive acute angle, so you have to do 60 degrees. So when it comes to radians, the same way. 5 pi over 3, normally I would think of 5 pi over 3 as pi over 3, as I was saying in the previous class, is same as 60 degrees. That's how I think, I map it in my head. You might find a different way, it's okay, but this is how I map it. So that means 5 times 60 degrees is 300 degrees. So it should be somewhere in here. So 300 degrees, that means all the way through, this is 5 pi over 3. So just subtract it from 2 pi, right? When you subtract it from 2 pi, you will know the pi angle, if that's how you want to do it. So you would make the same denominator. So that's what you would do. So 6 pi minus 5 pi is pi. So this is pi over 3. So this guy here is pi over 3, and that's the reference angle, positive acute angle. Okay, I would want you to do these two things. I have the key already, so you can check over. So use this is more practice. All right, now you want to actually even use trig ratios. So first find the reference angle, and then you can apply sine. So 120 degrees from the positive side is this way. So 180 minus 120 is 60 degrees. So this is the reference angle, 60 degrees. So he's actually asking sine 60. You can directly apply it. So sine 60 is square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so that's how you figure this out. Again, so one more example, secant 225. 225 is in the third quadrant because it's above 180. So how much above? It's 45 degrees above. So this is the whole 225, but the reference angle is 45 degrees. And secant or cosine are negative in the third quadrant. Remember from the all students take calculus. So the secant is negative here. So secant 45 will be a negative angle and a negative value, and it is negative square root of 2. Okay, so that's how you do that. So I would leave these to you as practice. A quick look at 11 pi over 6, right? So 11 pi over 6 subtracted from 2 pi, then you will know the angle. So make the denominator same. So this will be 12 pi minus 11 pi, which is pi, which means it is 30 degrees. So it is just short of 360 degrees by a 30-degree angle. So this is 11 pi over 6, and this would be the reference angle, so which is pi over 6. And just apply tan on it, okay? Go for the trig ratio, which has the tan 30 degrees. So this is how these are worked through. Now let's quickly get through the special right triangles. And we did this previously, and even in the previous video, we did this from the last unit. But as a quick recall, let's figure this out. This is a 30, 60, 90 special right triangle, and this is 45, 45, 90. So let's complete whatever is here for 30 degrees, okay? So 30 degree, you have, let's start with sine 30. So you have here x root 3 and 2x. That's how it is. The 30-degree angle, if the opposite side is x. For a 60-degree angle, opposite side is x root 3. And for the hypotenuse, it will be 2x. That's a special right triangle. So let's look at sine 30 quickly. Sine 30 is opposite over hypotenuse, so which is half. Simple as that. Now cosine of 30 is adjacent over hypotenuse, so that would be x root 3 over 2x, so that would be root 3 over 2. And tan 30 is opposite over adjacent, so x root 3 so that is square root of 3, right? Something went wrong, isn't it? Sine 30 is half, cos 30 is root 3 over 2, tan 30 is, oh my bad, so that's really my bad. Hold on, I'll quickly. So tan is sine 30 over cosine of 30, my bad, half over square root of 3 over 2. So the 2's cancel and you'll get 1 over root 3. That's what I thought. And you need to rationalize it. So that's how you rationalize. And then you will get square root of 3 over 3. That's tan 30. Now let's go to 60-degree angle right here. So 60-degree sine 60 is, from 60 it is x root 3 over 2x. So that is square root of 3 over 2. And cosine of 60 will be adjacent over hypotenuse. So x over 2x. That is half. And tan of 60 degrees is sine 60 over cosine of 60, which means opposite over adjacent. This is root 3. So that's the mistake I made in this thing. So tan 60 is square root of 3. All right. So that's with 30, 60, 90 angle. Now let's quickly look at 45, 45, 90. So any angle is fine, right? So because there is this an isometric right triangle. So sine 45 is opposite over hypotenuse. So x over x root 2, which means it's 1 over root 2. And you must rationalize it. And when you do, it'll be square root of 2 over 2. Okay? And cosine of 45 degrees, it is same thing, adjacent over hypotenuse, and you'll end up getting square root of 2. I don't know why it went down. There you go. Square root of 2 over 2. Okay. And tan 45 is the simplest one. Opposite over adjacent, which is a 1, x divided by x. So have this in mind, all right? And we'll scroll down. We'll scroll down. You can figure these out. He's asking you to find missing side. But look at this. This is actually creating the unit circle. This is where we are actually building the first quadrant of the unit circle. And you need to pay attention here. We are taking just one dashed line at a time. This will be a 30-degree angle. This is half of the quadrant, which is 45 degrees. And this is 60 degrees. Okay. So just drop down a line, an altitude. It's not a perfect line, but you can make it out. So this triangle, in this triangle, this is 30 degrees. And this is a unit circle, meaning radius is 1, right? So which means if you take this as x and this as y, and this as the radius, which is 1, then sine of 30 would be sine of any angle for that matter. Okay, sine of 30 is y over x, isn't it? Y over x. So, sorry, y over 1, my bad. Opposite over hypotenuse. So sine 30 is y, because y over 1 is y. And cosine of 30 is x over 1, which is x. So for any angle theta, this coordinate would be here, P is x comma y, which is cosine of theta and sine of theta. So that's what you must remember. So by saying that, what I mean is sine 30 would now be half. So instead of writing this, I would write, let me write here, cosine of theta, sine of theta. This is any point on the circumference of the unit circle. So this would be P cosine 30. We know that it's root 3 over 2, and sine 30 is half. Okay. Likewise, you just learned just what you learned about. That is what I'm repeating here, right? This is what I'm repeating. So so now we'll come to the 45-degree angle, and here cosine would be root 2 over 2, and sine is also root 2 over 2 for 45-degree angle. Okay, so these are the coordinates. And if you drop down the triangle and so on and so forth. And here, this is half and root 3 over 2. See how they're flipping? Because, you know, this is 60-degree angle. So for 60 degrees, it is they just switch their values. We have been observing that forever now. Okay, so this is the part I want you to really understand, and this is the basis for the next video, which I gave the link for, and that actually covers the whole circle and how to distribute the angles over the unit circle, and hence how to write the coordinates of each point. Okay, all right, I'll leave you here. So if you want to go back, pause and play, feel free to do that. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.